Welcome to Hotline TV, everybody. I'm John Mercurio.
And I'm Amy Walter.
All right, Amy, the Democrats are trying their hardest to get to a 60-seat filibuster-proof majority in the Senate. We're going to be taking a look at some of those close races. But first, let's check today's Diageo Hotline poll. Today's poll shows Barack Obama still leading 48% to John McCain's 42%. Not much of a change, although slight tightening from yesterday.
Yes, it is. It's now down to 6 points from 8 points earlier. All right. Now on to the Senate races. Joining us today, our Senate expert, Quinn McCord, of course, Quickie with Quinn fame.
Indeed.
Quinn is joining us from our Senate race hotline studios. Quinn, tell us what's happening. Two races that I thought were over, North Carolina and Oregon, now suddenly look in play. What's happening?
What's going on?
Well, Amy, it did look like there was going to be a bloodbath in the Senate for the GOP, but it might be closer to more of a blood sponge bath.
Ouch.
There are two new polls showing that two Republicans, Elizabeth Dole and Gordon Smith, who seemed dead in the water, actually are now leading their opponents in two new polls, Mason-Dixon, North Carolina, and a Republican internal poll in Oregon. Now, they're still under 50%, but at least they may be showing some progress moving up, and it may be tied to this new overall Republican strategy of not giving Democrats and Barack Obama a blank check. So
interesting.
We have yet to see whether it's a trend or maybe just a slight uptick or just margin of error stuff.
So Quinn, what about Alaska? That's been the other big development here. Is this a done deal for Mark Begich, or can Ted Stevens really win this thing? I've been hearing we have some interesting information about early votes in Alaska that you might want to share.
Yeah, there are apparently tens of thousands of votes that were cast early in Alaska before Ted Stevens was convicted. And if those broke his way, you know, maybe it can bring him back from the dead. I mean, at the end of the day, I still have trouble seeing him reelected, being convicted. But it's Alaska, anything's possible.
Sarah Palin on the ticket, though, and the clear message coming from the Senate Republican leadership being just vote Republican, Alaska voters. Vote your party. Most of you are Republicans anyway. And then we'll deal with it afterwards. We'll replace him, and we'll have a Republican seat in our hands. Is that something that people are, that's resonating with your sources that you're talking to in Alaska?
Well, the thing is, the Republicans haven't quite explicitly made that argument in any sort of broad-based way. I mean, you hear whispers about it. They're kind of saying, when they're saying Stevens should resign, you assume the assumption is, will they be replaced by a Republican? But they haven't come out and say, just vote for him and we'll replace him later. So who knows what's going to happen, but...
All right, we're going to call you out, Quinn McCord. You are the smartest Senate watcher in America. Pretty well known. It's pretty well understood to be the case. Tell us, what's the number going to be? What's your prediction? As of today, how many seats do the Democrats hold on November 5th?
I'll say they will pick up 7 seats for 58 total Democrats.
Interesting.
All right, you heard it there.
We're going to bring you back, Quinn. You're going to have to answer to those predictions after the election. Thank you, Quinn McCord. That's all the time we have for today for Hotline TV. Until tomorrow, I'm John Mercurio.
And I'm Amy Walter. See you next time.